Welcome to the Robertson Media Center. I'm Dan McLibrary. You may remember me from such educational films as Library Etiquette.
Shh.
And How Not to Anger the Library's Resident Ghosts. Today's video presentation is entitled, So You Want to Make a Video with Your Phone. Stay tuned while we break down this topic and show you how easy it is to produce a quality video for your assignment, or simply for fun. For that, I'll hand off to Josh, one of the librarians here. Thanks, Dan. Let's dive right in. We'll start with, what is the process of making a video?
That's so cool.
In a production context, we often talk about phases of production. You talk about pre-production, production, and post-production. These are just the same word. Like, why don't we, it's just like a prefix before and after? These are terrible words.
I don't know what to tell you. I just feel like...
I'll keep going.
We'll fix it in post.
In pre-production, we research, brainstorm, write a script, and then storyboard. We also choose locations, try out possible equipment, and reserve the spaces we need. It's like researching recipes online or in books, and then checking if you have the ingredients and the equipment you need to bake a cookie, let's say. Sure, you could skip your pre-production process if you want, just throw everything in a bowl, but your video might end up more like a pancake than a cookie, or even be like completely inedible. After we've planned, in the production phase, we actually record the audio and video content using cameras, recorders, microphones, etc. If writing and storyboarding are like the recipe, you then follow up by mixing the ingredients together to make a dough while preheating the oven. This is the production phase. These are the necessary actions to make cookies, but only produce the materials that will eventually become cookies.
Enough with the cookies already.
Just one more analogy, I swear.
It's getting stale.
So after production, you have post-production. Post-production is what happens after recording the audio and video, namely editing the pieces together, structuring the video, mixing the audio, any special effects or text that you need, and so on. Post-production is analogous to putting the cookies in the oven and baking them. The recipe made the material, the dough, that is then transformed into a final product. No cookies come out the same way they went in. Changes are natural and often desirable in this process. And perhaps you even want to add frosting. Be patient though, and put a little extra work in. If you pull it out of the oven too early, well, it might still be a little raw. And nobody wants undercooked video. All this talk of cookies has made me super hungry. It's too bad you can't eat a video project. Well, I guess I could, but hard drives aren't healthy.
Don't take a bite. Get it? B-Y-T-E? I'll show myself out.
When recording a video with your phone, you can get excellent results, but you need to keep a few things in mind. Here are our top tips for getting better, more professional video on your own smartphone. Shaky cam should be used sparingly and almost exclusively for action scenes or reality TV. In most other cases, use a tripod or a steady surface to avoid making your audience queasy, or even worse, making your video look unprofessional. We have phone mounts and other accessories in the RMC to make your video look polished. Whoa, do you feel that? It's too shaky. It's so shaky. We'll keep moving. We recommend you shoot your video in well-lit areas. That is, unless your character is intended to lurk in the shadows.
Then you're gonna love me.
Natural light is always brightest, but sometimes indoor light can be exactly what your video needs. It really depends. But always avoid backlighting, unless you're interviewing someone in witness protection.
I'm ready for my close-up.
Also, unless you want unflattering shadows on your face, try to avoid shooting outside around noon or midday. Plus, you'll look sweaty with a constant squinty look. Check out how glorious golden hour lighting is in comparison. It's basically nature's Instagram filter. If you are stuck filming outside in the middle of a day, you can move into a shaded area as long as your background isn't too bright. Framing is all about making your shots look great. Think about it like a picture frame. You might consider applying the rule of thirds for visually appealing shots. Just imagine your screen divided up into a tic-tac-toe grid and try to place key elements along the lines or intersections. Consider balance, symmetry, and where to put the horizon line. Balance is about distributing visual elements evenly in the shot so one side doesn't feel too heavy or cluttered. Symmetry is where both sides mirror each other, and it can create a sense of harmony and calm in your frame. Unless you're going for an artistic tilt, try to keep your phone level. A crooked horizon can be distracting. Most of all, avoid cutting off anyone at the forehead. Before you press record, check any distractions in the background. This could be an ugly or particularly shadowy classroom wall, or a super messy dorm room, or a lamppost that looks like it's growing out of your head, makes you look like a robot or something. This can ruin an otherwise great shot. Tap the screen to set your focus and exposure on your subject. You can often hold and drag on the screen to manually make the image lighter or darker.
Darker, darker, what? Too dark?
Make sure that your camera lens is clean for clear, sharp videos.
Plus, it's just like basic hygiene, man.
I mean, think about it. Would you want to look through a dirty window or wear foggy glasses? The same goes for your camera. That little lens has probably been through a lot. Pockets, fingerprints, smudges. So a quick clean makes a big difference. For a quick DIY cleaning method, use a soft cloth like the edge of a cotton shirt or a microfiber cloth. Just make sure that the cloth is clean and soft to avoid scratches.
Best not to bring your phone into the bath with you, though. Phones can't digest water, so.
Shoot in a horizontal orientation called landscape for a wider view and compatibility with most screens. That is, unless you plan to post on TikTok or something, or you have a reason why vertical makes the most sense for your video. And this all depends on the platform where you plan to showcase the video. But to be clear, landscape mode better approximates human vision. Our eyes aren't stacked on top of each other. And landscape follows a long tradition of moving picture history for a reason. Wider shots provide more room for storytelling, composition, and depth. It tends to feel more balanced because it's easier to compose shots with multiple subjects and background elements with common compositional strategies. Whichever you choose, it's best to be consistent in most cases, and again, unless it's important for your video. Unless you have a compelling reason, avoid using the digital zoom on your phone. Instead, move closer to your subject for better quality and less pixelization and ugly noise. Unless you can't get closer for safety reasons or something. Familiarize yourself with your phone's video capabilities and settings prior to recording. Test out your phone and watch the footage on a large screen. Does it look like you were hoping it would? If not, check your process and settings. And then you won't annoy your actors by fumbling with your camera because you don't know what you're doing.
Just a second. I don't really know how to work this thing. Wait, one. Keep holding. How do I get the? I'm really not sure how to do this. Hey, where are you going?
Finally, and this is probably the most important rule to follow, rules are meant to be broken. In creative work, the answer is often it depends, and there are no right answers. Just know why you're doing it, which could just be that it feels right or looks aesthetically like you were going for, or there's a storytelling reason for it, and go for it.
And now, a brief message from our sponsors. The Robertson Media Center is a wonderful place to make your project. Nestled in the picturesque hills of Northern Clemens Library, The RMC provides equipment, spaces, and friendly faces to make sure your media project shines. Learn how to record a podcast, make a short video or video essay, or just find your source of creativity today.
Side effects may include creativity, fun, or forgetting that you're making an assignment. Not void or valid where not prohibited, whatever that means. Not responsible for the consequences of catching the creativity bug. Not liable for making creativity so entertaining you'll forget you're making an assignment.
So now you want to edit your video clips into a movie. Editing is where your raw footage goes from random clips to an actual video. Think of it like making a smoothie. You've got a bunch of ingredients, and now it's time to blend them together into something delicious. But way less dishes. Let's cover some basic editing concepts you'll be using in any video editor, whether it's a smartphone app or professional desktop behemoth. First, let's talk about resolution. Video resolution refers to the number of pixels in each frame of a video, typically measured by width and height, which determines the sharpness and clarity of the image. 1920 by 1080, known as 1080p, is a sweet spot. Clear, crisp, not too pixelated, but also not too big or taxing for a student laptop. It's very common here for student video projects to be in 1080. And now comes the fun part, cutting it up. Slice out all the dead space, awkward pauses, and that one time someone forgot their line. That someone forgot their line.
I still don't remember it.
I am so disappointed in you. Take the raw materials, divide them up, cut the stuff you don't need, and rearrange into something that makes sense. This is commonly known as editing. This is where you take all the random bits and turn them into a compelling story. Every video has a good story.
Even one about something dull, dry, and informative like this video.
Don't be afraid to get creative. Cutting between different shots or moments can add a lot of energy. Just be careful with that axe, Eugene. Video editors do not automatically create files you can share or turn in. You'll need to process them into a format that can be shared. This is called various things in different programs: exporting, sharing, rendering, videosizing. Just make sure the settings fit the assignment. The most common files are MP4 or MOV files, often using H.264 as a codec, and in 1080p HD resolution. But your project might be different. Just depends on what you're going for. Congratulations! You've edited a video. Next time, you might consider adding more processes to this workflow, such as text or titles, audio editing and mixing, color correction, special effects, and more. More on these later.
This has been an educational film about producing better videos. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you don't know how to do something, just ask the friendly folks at the RMC, including myself. I'm Dan McLibrary, signing off.
Stupid TV.